Hello everyone, welcome to Cook and Bake with Samer. Today we're going to make some pasta with our fresh homemade pasta sauce, and we'll go through the ingredients. And I have over here some water that's starting to boil. I have 3 pounds of Roma tomatoes. Now if you want uh, to use canned, you'll need 228 ounces of peeled tomatoes. I'm not going to be cutting them. You'll see I'm going to be chopping them in the blender, and I'm also going to be adding the garlic to them as well. I already have about 12 medium-sized cloves of garlic peeled. These are bigger size, and we're not going to cut them. We're going to chop them in the blender as well. Again, here the water is pretty warm. I'm going to drop these tomatoes in there, leave them for about a minute and a half to make them easy to peel, and then we'll go from there. Our tomatoes have been here for about a minute and a half. There we go. Let's take them out, put them here, and let's do the other one. Okay, this is nice, this is good here. Again, I have 3 pounds Roma tomatoes. If you are going to use canned, you'll need 2 28-ounce cans. And I'm going to peel them real quick, and I'm also going to core them, and we'll put them in a blender. But we're not going to puree them, we're just going to chop them today. What I have here is 2/3 cups of olive oil that I'm heating up, and I'm going to be adding in there our cloves of garlic. I don't need to cut them, I'm going to mix them. I need them to just become very light brownish, just to have that little flavor in there, keep the garlic flavor, but not a strong garlicky flavor into our tomato sauce. We have our garlic over there. Really take about 3 minutes on medium heat. I'll show you in a minute. And I didn't mention earlier, what I did was I scored the tomatoes on the top, and you saw how easy they were to peel, and then I cored them. They were really nice and easy. If you're buying the canned, I need you to drain them out of the liquid that they come in. Okay, I'm going to use this liquid here. Right, let's turn it on. We're gonna chop. There, nice. There we go. One more time. That's it. Because I'm going to be adding the garlic in there to chop them. See how they turned out? Really about 3 minutes on medium. We're going to put them with our tomatoes and do a little bit more chopping. Let's go here. There. And even if you had the canned ones, going to be doing the same thing. We don't know how the sound is going to be. We just realized I didn't have the mic on. So here, for safety, I'm going to unplug this. And we're going to take these and put them over the olive oil there. And you can stay there, it's okay. I'm just going to put them here for now, and we'll come back and take care of things. Okay, so I'm going to put these in here too. Our fresh oregano here. I need to get the flavoring out from them, and the herb, any of the oils that might be in there. Oh, that just chopping them here fresh. Again, I said 2 tablespoons of freshly chopped oregano, but if you're using dry, just 1 tablespoon, because the dried ones, as we've mentioned before, they are stronger and more concentrated. That's it. Whoa, these look beautiful here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We get this over here. We'll put our friends in here. There we go. Okay. And now that we have here our tomatoes, olive oil, and garlic, I'm going to add our 2 tablespoons of freshly chopped oregano. We're gonna have, I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of salt, and I'll need 1 teaspoon of pepper, and also I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of crushed red pepper just to give it a little kick today. There we go. Here's our friend over here. And we're gonna bring it to a boil, and then I'm going to let it simmer for a half hour. Okay? And in the meantime, then we can start working on our beef. Tasty, yummy beef for today. See how it's coming to a boil here? I'm going to turn it down to medium low and let it simmer for a half hour, so we can have our beautiful, tasty sauce. Also, I don't want to taste it right now because I want the oregano, the garlic, all those other items just to check for the salt. I don't want to do it right now. I want to wait until after the half hour, and then I will taste it. While our sauce is simmering over here, I have a pound of ground beef. It's 80/20. I did not put any oil or any butter in the pan, so we're going to cook it. I'm going to be adding, uh, I'm going to start with a teaspoon of salt. I'm going to also put a teaspoon of allspice. Actually, it's 1.5 teaspoon. And also, I'm going to be adding like half a teaspoon of cumin. I have the heat right now at about medium. Then I'm going to put a teaspoon of black pepper. Now we'll mix them, and so we can get it all flavored and cooked there. It's already, again, I have it on medium heat. We want it to cook well, probably about 6-7 minutes or so. I did not put any uh, oil or butter in here. Okay. Our beef here has been here for about 7 minutes. It's starting to brown up a little bit. I turned it over also, which I wanted just a little bit here like this. And it's really done. I've had it the whole time on medium. As I said, I did not add any butter or oil because 80/20. And I do want to have a little taste of the meat. It's going to be hot. I want to see how it tastes. I know our pasta is going to be very seasoned, and then once we do our I'm sorry, when our pasta sauce is going to be very seasoned, but also when we do our pasta, it's going to have salt in there. So But we want it to be good and tasty and flavorful. Let's see here. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Honestly, it's tasty. So tasty, I have to share. At least today. How was that? Flavor, awesome. You don't taste any of the spices or the herbs. It's just a beautiful, tasty meat. We turned it off. It's ready to go. We don't need to do anything there. There we go. Let's flip it up a little bit here. There we go. It's ready. Yum, yum, yum. I'm going to put it in a separate bowl so it doesn't continue to cook while we're waiting for our tomato sauce. With your pasta, if you want to use penne or any of the other ones, even I'm not going to put it over it, I'm going to put it in it. I want that sauce to go inside the our pasta. I want it to absorb that flavor. If you like it al dente, so cook it. Depending on each package, will ask, each brand has different things. So a couple minutes before it's al dente, because we're going to be also cooking it with the sauce and the meat for a couple more minutes as well. All right, we'll get our water boiling for the pasta because we're getting ready for our sauce over here. It's getting ready for the beautiful, delicious dish we're going to have tonight. And while we're getting our water boiled, I'm going to be also adding 2 tablespoons of fresh basil in the, or quarter cup uh, of fresh chopped basil at the end when the marinara sauce is ready. Let it go in there. But in the meantime, I'm thirsty. So I went down to Dr. Pepper plant and made my own Dr. Pepper. See, you see there? And can you read the flavors? This is, but seriously, went down to Waco, Texas, or up to Waco, Texas, and went to the Dr. Pepper plant and made our own Dr. Pepper. Oh, see, it's still fresh. I'm thirsty here. Let me get a little drink. Mm. Let me tell you, it's the regular Dr. Pepper flavor, and I added cherry and I added pineapple. If you ever make it up there, it's really good. It really wasn't. It was only like $11 per person to go in and get that experience. It's like a half hour. It was fun. I can taste the pineapple. This is good. All right, let's get back to here. All right, so let's chiffon our basil strips over here, fresh from the garden. Again, if you don't have fresh, you needed to use dried. It's okay, but maybe use just like and then 1.5 tablespoons or 3 teaspoons. I'm going to be chopping some more. Okay, look at those basils. Beautiful. Fresh basil. Okay. Um, in the meantime, here, oh, this is good. Another minute and a half, and we are ready. Who's that over there talking? It's Alexa, I think. What do you want? What are you talking about? Hold on here. No, it stopped talking when I came close to it. It got scared. And the pasta that I'm using is fusilli. Um, I'll show you here real quick. I'm using these guys. There we go. While our water is getting ready over there, uh, these are some of the fresh basils that we chopped. And I'm going to add more, as I said, about 2 tablespoons, quarter cup. We'll mix them. And our pasta, we're going to cook it for about 6 minutes. And then I'm going to add the beef in here and add the pasta. And then we'll taste. Let me taste this one. I haven't tasted this one yet. I wanted to taste it. Grab a spoon here. Just mainly for the salt, pepper, and all that. Again, the pepper flakes isn't going to make it spicy. Just give it a little bit of the flavoring. I have to wait for it to cool down a little bit. There we go. We don't need salt. We don't need anything. Everything is perfectly seasoned. I really like it. Uh, all those herbs and spices, I feel a little kick from that, from the crushed red pepper. They're nice. We're going to. I already seasoned the water with 2 tablespoons of salt. I want to add a little bit of olive oil, real quick, probably about a tablespoon there, just to coat our pasta a little bit here. I know some people do, some people don't. You know, actually about a teaspoon, sorry, not a tablespoon. Just a quick one here. And we'll put our pasta in here for 6 minutes. And we'll come back to, we'll shake them a little bit here while they're cooking. Look over here, our sauce is, it's thickened really well. And just pay attention. I also want, I forgot to tell you earlier, to your garlic, that to make sure it's chopped well in there. And if you like it, fine. And not, I'm just making it a little different today. A lot of times I chop it. I don't chop it. Actually, I mince it even. But today I wanted to do that, just to have a little different flavoring. We're adding our beef. You can do it without beef too, if you don't want the beef. Or if you want to do chicken, you can do chicken. But we're just having a little different flavoring today. And I have it on medium low right now. We're going to have it here for a couple minutes. But as you could see, which that's how we want it. We wanted our pasta, our sauce to run a little dry. But what we're doing is we're going to be adding from our pasta, from our boiling water here, because the pasta itself is going to thicken the sauce even more, and also from the starch, and also this water has plenty of starch in there. And I recommend using a ladle, so that way, you know, it's like right now I'm adding, what, about half a cup. I'm going to add another one. So I'm adding about a cup. Don't get scared of it. It will thicken real quick because, again, of the pasta and the starch that's in the pasta. Oh, this is looking beautiful here. We're gonna let it simmer for a couple minutes so we can get the flavoring inside those itty bitty pasta thingies. Smells really nice over here from all the fresh herbs we've used. Our fusilli pasta is plated and smells so yummy. Let's add some fresh Parmesan here. There we go. Oh, I like lots of Parmesan. There we go. I'm going to also quickly add A little bit of our fresh basils. Oh, is everybody ready for a taste? Let's do it. We have our, I know from the sauce it's going to be tasting so good with the meat that we had. I decided to get a spoon so I can get some of the sauce in there. I want to get some of that Parmesan and some of the fresh basil. Reviewing the videos, I realized that the microphone's battery was low, so that's why I shut down. I apologize for the voiceover, but the flavoring was amazing. The leftovers the next day were just super, super tasty. You could taste all the herbs, the flavors. That the meat in there is just so flavorful, so soft. And the fusillis were perfectly cooked. They weren't crunchy, they weren't soft. It's one of those things when you put it in your mouth, you know, it doesn't stick to your teeth. It doesn't. It's you know how it is when sometimes you get overcooked pasta or undercooked pasta that you then taste starch flavor in there. And here I'm preparing a spoon for our camera crew to share, and it's just, again, the flavor was so amazing. Really, you need to try this dish. You need to share it with your family and friends. Um, Please don't forget to subscribe. Let me know how, if you make this dish, how it turns out or what you like to add to it. And hear me wanting to eat some more. It's really, really amazing, flavorful, and it's great. And those beautiful flavors came together really, really well and super tasty. And again, don't forget to subscribe, push that like button, don't forget to hit the bell. And until next time, you take care. Bye bye.